Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica with our week ahead reading. Thank you for joining me. As always, these are general, so take what resonates and disregard the rest. They're also timeless, so whenever you feel drawn to watch the video, that's when you should watch it. And you should also watch your sun, your moon, your rising signs. You could also watch your Venus to get all the messages that may pertain to you in these general readings. And of course, if you'd like a private reading, that information is in the description box below. I am actually all caught up on private readings, so that'd be a great time to get in line. I am using the Tarot of Curious Creatures, and for our oracle, I'm using the Crystal Angels Oracle deck. This is also the deck I use for my daily birthday posts on Instagram. So if you don't follow me, go ahead and check it out. I do pretty much daily posts, but I also do like a separate message for people celebrating their birthday, like every day, right? So all that being said, I'm going to go through all the signs, and I'll be doing the timestamps as I go. And let's just get started here. I think that's pretty much everything I had to say. Okay, let's begin with Aries. Hey Aries, thank you for joining us, and if you're skipping ahead, please make sure to watch the intro as well. See what's going on for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead. There we go. So in the situation, we have the Tower. In the challenge, we have the Queen of Pentacles. In the outcome, we have the Two of Swords. I mean, this is some sort of a conflict over money, conflict over someone's health choices. I also get, bottom of the deck, the Three of Swords. Could be some sort of a breakup as well, or just a falling out type dynamic. Something, it could be to do with love life, but it could also be to do in the home, so friends, family. Could impact your money as well, so maybe a conflict going on at work, but it feels more like the emotional component is stronger than other options or possibilities, but by all means you take it as it makes sense to you. There's a sense of heartache, heartbreak, disappointment. It could be to do with how someone spends your money, or if you have your money pooled, how they spend your mutual resources, your common resources. This could also be where you watch someone just make bad choices when it comes to their money, or bad choices when it comes to their health. Someone that doesn't really have foresight, someone doesn't really have that long-term perspective, because that's a challenge for them, right? Also a challenge is for them to actually look after themselves better. For them, it's difficult, so they keep making bad choices. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. And I feel like there could be a big conflict because you're trying to address this, and it leads to just no communication for a bit with the Two of Swords. Okay, someone doesn't want to hear it, someone doesn't want to talk about it. It could lead to people getting blocked, or it could lead to being, you know, just closed off, or someone just storming out, moving out, even with the Tower energy there. Let's get more information here for Aries. So with the Tower, yeah, the Five of Pentacles, unexpected loss. Four of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles, definitely impacting your money here. Two of Swords with the Sun, get more, and the King of Cups. Under the Three of Swords, the Page of Swords. This is also, I feel like, for some of you, this has been going on for a while. You've been holding back for a while with the Page of Swords, kind of, you know, waiting for this person to figure it out for themselves, or waiting for them to make just better choices and better decisions, right? And this is like the last straw. Either they lose everything they have, or they lose their health, or they lose money, they lose a job, I don't know, they lose something. And it's like you've just had enough, and there's a big burst, right? And it just, everything comes out with the Page of Swords. Everything you've been thinking about, but, you know, try not to say, everything comes out. The challenge, yeah, either someone's very closed off, closed-minded, very stubborn, or they just don't know how to hold on to their money, or and it's a case of, because you're thinking, well, everyone's entitled to do whatever they want with their money, and that's true, but I feel like this is a case of them not being good with money impacts you. So it's either they're spending your common resources, things that you have together, or they are completely reckless with their money and then they come to you to bail them out. And it's happened before several times, right? So that's why it's a challenge, and that's why you do get a say in what's going on here. Now you're trying to make this person see the light. You're trying to bring clarity to this person. They still don't want to see it. Okay, I feel like this could be talking to someone you both trust and respect, or talking to a therapist. Okay, that could be something that you're suggesting or floating out to see what this person does, or you're getting advice for yourself on how to best handle this person or the situation once they just stop talking to you, right? And that's what I'm seeing here. And I do get this disappointment energy here, which is an understatement. It is very difficult to sit back and watch someone make bad decisions because we want what's best for them, but at the same time we can't control what someone else is going to do. It's their life, their karma, their lessons. So while it's very disappointing to say the least, and frustrating that we can't, kind of shake them back to reality, we have to just respect, because this is a grown person, we have to respect their own decisions. So the best we can do is make the best decisions for ourselves at this point, right? And we just need to let them go through whatever they need to go through. So we have Jade that flew out, wellness, the recovery of health and wellness is here. So I feel like, yeah, they always come to you for help with money. They always come to you for help with getting themselves out of whatever messy situation they've gotten themselves into. Malachite, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Yeah, definitely about money for a lot of you, right? Someone being completely reckless and then they come to you. Aries, bail me out. Aries, help me out. You're my dad. You're my mother. You're my friend. You're my best friend. You're always there for me. You're my sibling. You're whatever. And it's like, it could be someone dealing with addiction as well. I don't really see the devil here, but it is that kind of energy where every time they come to you for help, they promise they're never going to do it again, and they're so grateful and appreciative. But then as soon as they get back on track, they just fall back into that old pattern, and even snapping at you when you're trying to make suggestions on how to do things better or how to make better choices, better decisions, and you're trying to talk reason to them. They snap at you. They just, yeah. Okay, it's that kind of an energy. And with these two, this is impacting and has been impacting your finances, your health, your overall wellness, right? Because it's been very stressful, very frustrating, very sad, to say the least. But this is telling you it's part of that lesson of we can only do so much in someone else's life. And when we reach that limit and there's nothing more we can do, they just need to do what they need to do and go through whatever they need to go through. Then it's time to shift the focus back on us and make healthy choices for ourselves, because choosing to enable this person, because that's what this has been, was not a healthy choice. You gave him a shot, you gave him the benefit of the doubt, you gave him several opportunities. It's gone into toxic land right now, and it's impacting you, and it will cost you money, your health, your well-being. Do you know what I mean? So it's that kind of breaking point here with the Tower. It's time to let someone do what they need to do and go through what they need to go through and hit their rock bottom. That's the best thing we can do for that person at this time. They need to get there in order to turn things around for themselves. And they need to do that on their own, right? And that's what we're looking at here, Aries. So, I mean, I hope the messages help. I hope they give you some clarity, some peace of mind. You're doing everything right. But it's just time to allow whoever this is to go through what they need to go through. And just take a step back and focus on yourself and recovering yourself from all the times that you've been supporting, helping, bailing them out, enabling them until now. Okay? So I hope that helps you. I'll leave it with you. Okay, moving on to Taurus. Hey Taurus, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Six of Cups, blast from the past. If you're skipping ahead, also watch the intro because there's information for you there. Page of Wands, definitely messages from someone you've dealt with before. Let's get more information here for you. What's going on for Taurus? Alrighty then, Eight of Pentacles. We get it, we get it. Very chatty cards for you, Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead. The situation, the King of Cups. The challenge, the Six of Swords. The outcome, Temperance. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands. So, the Queen of Wands can represent a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. We have Sagittarius energy here. There is someone wants to come home. Someone wants to come home. I feel like there's something, this could be you if you have water in your chart, Taurus, but this is someone who has been patiently waiting for someone to grow up, is what I'm seeing, or patiently waiting for someone to calm down. You may have been dealing with a drama king or queen, and this could be an ex, a spouse, a friend, family member. I'm reading the energy and you take it as it makes sense to you. But this is like a wild child energy is the way it's coming up. And this is you patiently waiting for this person to just get it together, to settle down in their energy, to calm down a bit, to grow up a bit. And it's taken a while, right? But you haven't quite been able to move on from them either, or release them for whatever reason. And it's been a slow progress with this person. It has taken a lot of patience. Now with the Temperance card and the outcome, there is a coming together here. There is okay, let's talk about things. I'm ready. Let's meet in the middle because we're on kind of equal footing or closer to it than before. And the focus is now shifted to, okay, let's work together. Let's come together. Let's try to heal the situation and see what we can do. Okay. Let's get more clarity here for Taurus. So with the King of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles. With the Six of Swords, we have the Devil, Capricorn energy. And the outcome, Temperance and the Ten of Swords. And pull one more. And the Page of Wands again. Under the Queen of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, definitely dealing with a bit of a narcissist. I gotta, keep it honest. A bit of a narcissist, someone who's just in it for the temporary thrill, not really thinking about the future, not really thinking about settling down and investing in things. And it's all about the momentary, the temporary indulgence, right? Okay, Charlie might jump on the table. Don't freak out. Charlie's my cat, for those of you who don't know. One of. There definitely has been an ending between you and this person. That's what they're trying to heal. I feel like you put your foot down with them. It may have been a case of you were supporting them, or this is just you showing them patience and you giving them time. But it could definitely be a case of you have invested in them previously, whether that's your money, your time, your energy, your love, whatever it is, right? And it's like, okay, I'm waiting for you to grow up. This is the King, looking at the page. I'm waiting for you to go through it, to do the work, to grow up a little bit, meet me on this level. Okay, I know you can do it. You saw the potential in this person. I know you can do it, and you've been just very, very patient with them. A lot of immaturity, a lot of, like I say, just in it for the moment, okay? The Devil with the Nine of Cups is just like complete self-indulgence and complete selfishness and complete, just not even thinking about others, not even thinking about tomorrow. I want what I want when I want it, right? Type energy. A bit of a brat, I have to be honest. That's what it's coming across as anyway. And it has been a very, very slow progress. Very slow, right? But you will have communication from this person. Now, what I do want to say is, while we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, they show up as the Page of Wands, so there's still a page. So take that for what it's worth, but there's still a page. They may have learned some lessons, but it's still not cemented within them. You know when you learn a lesson, but then if you don't really apply it in your choices moving forward, you kind of just forget the message that you got, right? And you just fall back into old patterns. They're still in that phase of they have become aware of certain things, but they have not started to apply them. They have not actually started to make different choices, incorporating these messages and these lessons that they've got. So we could go either way. They could progress or they could regress, right? But they do want to come together. This could also be some sort of an apology or some sort of an acknowledgement. It's not going to be this big thing, and it might, Charlie, fluff. And it's not going to be this big thing. It's not going to be very heartfelt. It's more of a flirty energy, playful kind of message, offering to take you out somewhere, offering to do something fun together. That's their way of kind of getting closer to you, right? It'll be online, most likely, and unexpected, because it's like, okay, I was hoping for a different kind of communication, and you're getting this still fun, flirty type message, but you're like, okay, well, I'm willing to meet you and see what you've been up to and where you stand, right? Okay. So for you, Taurus, now you could work with these crystals this week, or just take the messages they have for you. So we have Tanzanite, ready to love again. Yeah, you've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. And turquoise, spiritual path, your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. Yeah, you're dealing with someone. Now, this could be a love interest, it could be a romantic interest, definitely. And there was a breakup, there was a separation, you had to put your foot down because this person just wouldn't commit, wouldn't settle down. Maybe they had a bit of a wandering eye with the devil, maybe, you know what I mean? It's that kind of an energy. There is some healing that has happened on your part. They're still on this path to grow up. They're still on this journey of figuring themselves out, right? And they can't really offer themselves to someone else if they don't even know who they are, right? So this is just telling you it's still work in progress, and you don't have to go back to this person. It's absolutely your choice, right? Because you can restore or try to restore and start reinvesting in the past, or you can keep going, right? You're fine on your own. So it's going to be up to you to decide, and I feel like that's what Temperance energy is there for. It's going to be up to you to decide, okay, how far along are they? How likely are they to complete this journey? Because like I say, it could go either way at this point. They could just revert to type. What do I really want? What do I really deserve? Can they offer me that, right? So you're making some big choices here, Taurus, and it just comes down to, what do you want for yourself? What do you deserve? And you want a partner, and you should, right? So it's down to you to determine if this person is ready to be that, or it's time to transform the connection and have them as a friend if you still want them in your life, while you focus on finding new love, because it's around you already with this energy here of the Tanzanite crystal. Okay, new love is around you already, which is probably why this old flame or this person you've dealt with before is coming back around, right? Because it's that test. Do you go back to the old, or do you embrace the new? Okay. So that's kind of what I have for you, Taurus. I hope it makes sense, and I hope that it helps you. It's all good, don't get me wrong. You're off to bigger and better, but this is like that test. Are you sure you're done with the past? And it comes down to your sense of worth. What do you want? What do you know you deserve? What are you gonna go for, accept, settle for, etc., right? So you've got some choices to make. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Hey Gemini, thank you for joining us. And if you're skipping ahead, also watch the intro, because there's always extra information for you there. So let's see what's going on for Gemini in the week ahead. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. In the situation, we have the Four of Pentacles. In the challenge, we have the Ace of Cups. In the outcome, we have the Two Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups again. Like, we've done 3 signs. We've seen the King of Cups in all 3. Lord, the boys are on the loose. I'm sorry if you hear any knocking stuff down or weird noises. It's my boys. They're on the loose. They're always on the loose when I sit down to film because they know I can't get to them to tell them off. What they don't know is I can't pause the video. So if it gets too much, I'm gonna have to do that. So, King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Gemini, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and Gemini and Libra as well, because it came out. You know what this feels like, Gemini? It feels like someone's offering you something really amazing, but you're kind of scared to go for it. Okay, that's one scenario that I'm seeing. You might be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They're offering you true love or something really awesome and genuine and pure. You're closed off because of previous experiences. You're very, very protective of your heart, and it just leaves you confused as to what to do. I don't know if I can open up. I don't know if I can take a chance. I don't know if I can trust this. And it's not about this other person. It's about you, right? Because of everything you've been through, you're now a little closed off. For those of you, I'm getting that in the reverse. I'm getting that as you're trying to start something with someone. You're trying to build something with someone. They're the ones that are very closed off, slightly stubborn. I feel like they're afraid to trust their emotions. They're afraid to trust their feelings. So they've gone in the other extreme of, if I see it, I believe it. If I don't believe it, right? Because that's safe. And it might leave you at an impasse, you know, regarding, okay, how long do I continue to wait for this person to give me a chance to open up, to trust me? So I don't know if the conversation is about, let's start a relationship, let's, you know, take the relationship to the next level, let's move in together, let's get married, let's start a family. I don't know what that conversation is with the Ace of Cups. But either you or your person, the person you're dealing with, is very, very closed off because they're afraid. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're looking for a home to rent, to buy, whatever, I feel like either you're going to have to expand the area you're searching in, or kind of your dream home is around you, but I feel like it's a little bit more than what you planned to spend. But that is your dream home, so just be aware of that. Okay, let's get more information here for Gemini. So with the Four of Pentacles, we have the Hermit. Yeah, Virgo energy. With the Ace of Cups, we have Judgment. Yeah, you've got some decisions to make here. With the Two of Swords, we have the Fool and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting this start-stop energy. I'm getting this start-stop energy. Under the King of Cups, we have Death. Definitely Death and Judgment. For some of you, this is about reconciliation. Do you want to do that again? Do they want to do that again? Because one party wants to move things forward, very much so with the Fool. Just go all in, just do it the right way. But there's the stop energy, because your hands are tied, because you can't do this alone. You can't push the other person. They have to want to join you, right? So there's only so much you can do, basically. So hence the start-stop energy. Might be dealing with the Virgo energy here. You're dealing with someone who's they're extremely cautious with the Four of Pentacles and the Hermit. And very much in that, if I don't see it, I don't know if I can trust it, right? Because they've been so hurt before by following their heart, they're just not trusting it right now, okay? With the Ace of Cups and Judgment, like I say, this could be offer for a reconciliation, and it's genuine with the Ace of Cups. Or this could be a recurring conversation, right? So you've had this conversation before. They said, I'm not ready for whatever this is. You said, okay, take some time. They went away, tried to figure things out. You had the conversation again. They said, okay, well, no, I'm still kind of not ready. You said, okay, we'll take some more time. What do you need? And now it's like, again, coming back around to that conversation, because they still, you know, this is the next level. This is the next natural level to this connection or whatever this is. How do you feel about it? Where do you stand now that you've had some time to contemplate? You've had some time to figure it out. You've had some time to grow up. You know what I mean? And it's a recurrence of this conversation. The offer is still on the table for now. I don't know if Judgment and Death talk about ultimatum energy. It could. It could be that, right? So you're either with me or I need to go. I definitely feel like someone's ready to be a parent and someone is just not. There's a lot of fear around it though. So it's not like they don't want to, it's just a lot of fear of the unknown or fear of the changes that are going to happen. It's a whole new way of life, whatever this is, right? Whether it's about children or not, it's a whole way of life, a different way of life. And that's what they're afraid of. I don't know how to be. I've never been here before. I don't know what to think, what to feel. And they don't trust their heart because it got them in trouble before. So there's just a lot of confusion here, Gemini. So what I would say with that is just talk it out. Just talk it out. Closing your eyes and thinking you're sparing their feelings is really not going to help the situation. It will lead to an ending because you'll reach that breaking point where you've had enough. So what I would say is just have open conversation. Talk things out. Be open to this person sharing their fears, whether they make sense to you or not. Because they're leaning more towards what you're talking about, but there's still some lingering doubts and fears. So they just need some reassurance is what they need. Okay? So that kind of have that kind of conversation, and I feel like things are going to really move forward in the direction you want them to go. Okay? If you've bid on something, like a house, or you've applied for a job, or something along those lines, and you got rejected in the past, it's coming back around, but I feel like you're gonna have to, there's a level of taking a chance. Either up your money, your financial offer, or be open to the extra bits that they're offering to you, right? So do you still want this job? Maybe before you got rejected, and it's like, do you still want this job? And it's a case of, don't let your pride get in the way. If you still want the job, it's still an amazing opportunity for you. Or it's like, yeah, I wanted the job, but now they've added these tasks on top of it. I don't know if I want it, or I have to make this extra effort. And it's a case of, it's very important to keep in mind, and with the Fool, to just take a chance, because it will bring a very big transformation, but for the better. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. So let's see. Oracle energy and advice for Gemini in the week ahead. So these are crystals you can work with, or the messages they have. You can work with these messages. So let's see what we have. We have Emerald, ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. Yeah, rites of passage, man. That's what we're looking at. And appetite, progress, not perfection. Absolutely. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. This is a case of, you can have this celebration. You can have this wish fulfillment, whatever this is. But it's a case of, be aware, right? It's not going to be perfect. It's about progress, not perfection. Just remind yourself of that throughout this week. And it's also important for it to be your way, right? Where is the pressure coming from? Is it coming from, well, other people have been married longer than we have and they have kids, or they've been married less time than we have and they have kids and they have it together and they have all that and we don't, right? Is that where this pressure is coming from, that you feel like you need to put on your partner, or vice versa? Or what are people going to think? Right? If I want to change my job, if I want to go back to something, what are people going to think? Is that where the pressure is coming from, that you're putting on yourself, and in turn translates into putting it on this other person you're dealing with, right? So Gemini, you have some things to figure out. Your wish fulfillment is at hand. Again, it's about progress, not perfection. Celebrating where you are, as opposed to focusing where you're not and you want to be, because that just creates stress and pressure, and it could break things down here, make them fall apart, and that's not the case, okay? And talk things out. Communication is very important here. All right, so I will leave that with you. I hope it makes sense and that it helps you if you're dealing with these situations. And we're going to move on to Cancer. Hi Cancer, thank you for joining us. If you're skipping ahead, please make sure to watch the intro as well, because there is always important information for you there. So let's see what's going on with the Devil, Cancer, and the week ahead. What's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead. In the situation, Page of Wands, in the challenge, the Fool, in the outcome, the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Four of Cups. Cancer, this looks like you have choices to make, but it's either you're not happy with any of the choices, or you're not sure which of them is going to take you where you want to go. And there's this apathetic energy from the Four of Cups, right? I don't know. It's like you've got amazing things presented to you, but it's either, you know, your standards are completely unrealistic, I have to be honest with you, and it's like nothing you're looking at is going to meet that standard because it's unrealistic, right? It's impossible. And there is a, you know, a time to dream and think big, but there's also a time to be realistic, right? And appreciate where you are and appreciate what you have in the moment. For those of you, there's a choice to make between two people, two jobs, two situations. You're struggling because you're not sure which one to go with, right? Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Your challenge is to make a decision and just go for it. Just like jump in, go for it, head first. And in the outcome, we have the Page of Cups. This could also be an energy of there's a conversation that is happening. You're not quite sure how you feel about it. You're not sure you want to take this offer or opportunity. Because it's very much, it feels like, let's do this. And it just comes out of the blue with the Page of Wands. Your challenge is to actually just embrace it. Just let your head down. Just have some fun and just go with it, right? Don't think about it too much with the Fool. Trust your intuition, because your intuition will guide you in the right direction. And in the outcome, this could also be you kind of matching this offer, right? You saying, yeah, okay, I want to do this, let's do this, and opening your heart completely to it, which is what the Fool is, right? And you're taking a chance on something, and it's the beginning of something beautiful. Okay, so let's get more clarity here for Cancer. So with the Page of Wands, we have the Six of Cups. Could be a conversation around children. Could be a conversation around two friends talking about being more than friends. It could be a conversation around something you've always wanted to do, but you told yourself, you know, I'm never going to get to do that. The challenge, the Hermit. Yeah, the challenge is to go from the Hermit energy into the Fool energy. The Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't even need to clarify that one. Under the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups. You take too long here, you're going to miss out. So Cancer, take that for what it's worth. If you take too long to sit in this, I don't really know, where is this going to take? I've got Cancer rising, so I've been in this energy before. I'm not making fun. I'm not judging. I'm just reading the energy as it's coming through, right? But this is like, I don't know why I'm not happy, but I'm not feeling it. It's like expecting someone else to wow you, expecting something from the external world to just lift you off your feet, to wow you, to be this absolutely incredible experience or whatever. But the message here is, you have to want to be happy. You have to want to be in love. You have to want to be open, right? It's not a case of it's just going to happen, or someone's going to make you feel everything you need to feel for you to take a chance on something. You have to be in there too, right? You have to be open to allow someone to do that, right? Does that make sense? And that's the Fool energy. The Hermit is the very cautious energy that you have been in, and that's why you're in the Four of Cups energy. because you're looking at everything from every which way. You keep waiting for confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. In the meantime, time passes and opportunities might pass you by, or this particular one might go away, okay? Which would be a shame because it's amazing. But you see how you have 2 pages and 2 sixes there? There's a mirroring effect. That tells me that whatever this is and whoever you're dealing with, whether it's a romantic interest or it's in business or whatever, you're very much both on the same page. There's a mutual energy here. I mean, you can look at it, right? So if you needed extra confirmation, if you needed reassurance, yes, this is what it looks like. Yes, you both want the same thing. Yes, you're both on the same page. Yes, they mean what they say. You can mean what you say. Okay, there's a very mutual, equal give and take, balanced energy here. All you have to do is just take a chance, just open up to it and see where it takes you, right? So whether this is taking a chance in love or taking a chance on a reconciliation or taking a chance on this job opportunity or career change dynamic, the message is it's a pretty safe bet, right? You're gonna have to trust your own intuition. Just make sure you're not listening to your fear and you're saying it's your intuition, okay? I do want to say that, all right? And you're never going to be sure if you keep waiting for things external to convince you. You're never going to be sure. You have to get in there, right? Open up your heart and take a chance and see how it feels as you go. Feel it out as you go. That will give you the confidence. That will give you the security. That will give you the reassurance. But it's a blend. It has to be a blend. You can't just expect it from someone else. And this could be vice versa, right? Someone else could be expecting this of you. And you're like, I don't even know what else to do. I've done everything to prove this to you. I don't even know what else to do. I don't even know why you're still doubting it or questioning it, right? So take that for what it's worth. Let's look at Crystal Oracle Energy and Advice for Cancer. For the week ahead. So we have 1 clear quartz. I mean, come on now. What did I just say? Clear quartz. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. It's your emotions, okay? Feel them out. Allow them to speak to you. That will give you this reassurance that you've been waiting for and is just never coming because it's within you. It's not external. But you have to allow yourself to feel some feels to realize that actually this feels like a really good thing. You know what I mean? And smoky quartz. And quartz is all about clarity, okay, and purification. Smoky quartz, clearing negativity, release negativity from within or around you, so that you can feel the feels, okay? The negativity can be your fears, your doubts, hesitation, cloud-minded type energy, confused energy. That's putting you in this place of, I have to protect myself. Something doesn't feel right. Well, it doesn't feel right. Is it that it doesn't feel right and it's not right? Or is it that because you're insecure within yourself, everything just feels off because you don't know what to expect and you don't know what you can trust and what you can't? There comes a time when we have to switch the focus, and speaking from experience, like I say, I'm not judging or preaching, there comes a time when we have to switch the focus and be like, you know what, no, I will trust myself that no matter what happens, I will be okay. I'll figure it out. I will make a choice. I'm going to go with this. If it works out, awesome, I'm going to give it my best shot. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, I will be okay. And I'll learn something from the experience. And I will be okay. And that's how you get that confidence. That's how you get that full reassurance that you've been waiting for forever and it's not been coming, right? So Cancer, I will leave that with you. I hope that makes sense. And that it helps you. Okay? So, let's move on to Leo. Hey Leo, thank you for joining us. And if you're skipping ahead, please be sure to also watch the intro because there's information for you there. No, righty then. What's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead. What they need to know for their highest good. In the situation, we have the Seven of Swords. In the challenge, we have the King of Swords. Oh, in the outcome, we have the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Swords. Do you know what this feels like, Leo? This feels like someone thinks they're being all smart and snide and secretive and sly. And this is the person they're trying to be sly with. Just looking at them thinking, yeah, okay, I know what you're doing. You don't know that I know what you're doing, but I'm watching you every step of the way. Right? This is someone trying to strategize something so that no one can figure out what they're doing. But the King of Swords sees all, and he's like, okay, yeah, you take your time, you play your little game there, you come up with your own little strategy. I can wait. It's okay. Sure. You're not getting anything past them, or this is someone not getting anything past you. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, they're like, someone's like in their head, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, in their own little world. They think they're getting away with stuff. It's very I'm not necessarily getting a lot of malicious energy. It's more like a parent-child dynamic, when the child's trying to be smart and outsmart the parent, and the parent is just like sitting there looking at him like, this is so cute. Okay, yeah, you do your best there. Okay, I'll look the other way, pretend I don't see what you're doing. It's, yeah. They're not going to surprise you. If this is something going on, like with the court systems, right? Or you had to take someone to a higher authority to decide on a situation. Or to rule. This is telling you, you don't have to do anything, Leo. You literally have, you don't have to do anything. Why? Because this figure of authority, this judge, this ruler, this person who has to decide, they see everything. They see everything. This person thinks they're smart, outsmarting everyone, getting away with stuff. This is like a charmer person, right? And most of the people they're used to dealing with, yeah, they would get away with stuff because they're such a charmer and so charismatic, and people wouldn't ask too many questions. But when you're dealing with the King of Swords, you can't hide. No matter how hard you try, you're not going to hide. They see everything. And you have a victory in your outcome with the Four of Wands. So you get that job, you get that promotion, you get that home. Your reputation is restored. And there's a celebration. So there's something restored and then elevated. Right? You get what you deserve. You get the compensation. You get the property. You get your money back. So Leo, you don't have to do a damn thing. Pardon my French. This person is just digging themselves deeper and deeper and deeper, thinking they're getting away with stuff. And this person's just sitting there looking at them like, yeah, okay. You carry on. Yeah, you carry on. Yeah, sure. Okay. Let me know when you're done, and I'll rule, because I see everything. So let's get more clarity here for Leo. Seven of Swords, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, King of Swords, Justice. I mean, come on now. And Four of Wands, Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is divorce energy for some of you. Eight of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles. Someone's trying to get your money in a breakup or a divorce, or if it's a separation, like you've been laid off and it was unfair or made redundant, and they didn't offer you a severance pack, or they didn't offer you what they should have. Okay, it's one of them situations, something like that, right? There was no negotiation, or you weren't really given an option, because this person tried to take more than they deserve, or not give you what you deserve, right? But look, with the King of Swords and the Justice card, they are not going to get away with whatever it is that they're doing. Everybody sees them. Or this person who needs to decide, or this group, this jury, this whoever this is, that has to decide and rule on the situation, They see everything. Everything, okay? You don't have to make a fool of yourself trying to outsmart this person. You don't... Okay, I think we're back. Sorry about that, Leo. I don't know what happened. Oh, there it goes again. What in the world? Oh, for God's sake. We good? Come on, camera. Alright. Sorry, Leo. I'm having technical difficulties. I have no idea why. Okay, let's get you some clarity here with Oracle energy and advice for Leo. But yeah, basically, you don't have to, okay, that one. You don't have to do anything here. This person is not getting away with anything, okay? Be present, obviously submit what you need to submit. Do whatever this judge figure is asking you to do. This will come to an end. It will go in your favor. And your reputation will be restored. You're getting your money back. You're getting what you deserve out of this situation, right? And if this hasn't happened yet, this is your advice. Take him to court. Take him to HR. Take him to the higher figure that can decide and rule in this situation. Because it will go in your favor. Because what they did was shady, illegal, immoral. Well, illegal first of all, right? And it will be restored. It will be restored. Rose quartz, love life, new or renewed romantic love is here for you. An appetite, progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. So I feel like for some of you, this is someone is trying to cheat you out of a new opportunity. Someone's being difficult because you're trying to move on. Someone's being difficult because, oh, for the love of God. You know, honestly, my cats have gone nuts. But I think, because everything's been fine, and then the technical difficulties in your reading and all that, I think you've gone through, it's been an uphill battle. I feel like there's been a lot of attacks directed at you, hopefully not physical, right, but like digs, or people accusing you of things, or people trying to intimidate you out of things, right? People trying to, Seven of Swords energy, misdirect, okay? And this is your guidance to just power through, just soldier on, because this will be restored, repaired, made right. It will go in your favor. Okay, you have this new opportunity that you're either trying to be cheated out of, or because you have this new opportunity, someone's trying to take advantage, create challenges for you. This is where, you know, you broke up with someone, you still have to deal with them for whatever reason. Maybe you have children together or whatnot. There was a divorce, it was messy. You've met someone else, and now they're gonna cause issues because they're jealous, because they're possessive, because how very dare you move on and be happy with your life when they're not, right? This is telling you, don't be afraid to talk to a lawyer. Don't be afraid to take them to court for someone to decide and rule, right? You're allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, and do you know what I mean? And have it made official. Okay, so it's that kind of dynamic. So Leo, thank you for bearing with me. But again, I feel like, genuinely, I feel like I'm not making excuses, and my boys are naughty. And they're jumping on glass tables. That's why I had to pause the video again. But it's that kind of an energy. This is telling you, don't be intimidated when everything's thrown at you. Don't be intimidated when they're trying to trick this figure of authority and go into overdrive, right? They see all, and they will rule fairly, and that means in your favor. Okay, so I will leave that with you. I hope it makes sense, and thank you for bearing with me. Okay, all right. Okay, let's move on to Virgo. Hey Virgo, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. If you're skipping ahead, please be sure to watch the intro as well, because there's information for you there. Quick FYI, my boys are out of their minds. Bear with. That Virgo, honestly, they have lost their minds. They're always doing something when I'm filming, because they know I can't just tell them off, but I can pause the video, so I don't think they knew that. Sorry about that. Okay, Virgo, week ahead, what's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. And the week ahead. Nine of Swords. What are you stressed about, Virgo? Virgo. The situation, the Nine of Pentacles. The challenge, the Three of Swords. The outcome, death. Okay. Okay. Right. Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There is a glow up happening here, Virgo. I also see something that you have been looking after, or someone you have been looking after. Something where you've been supporting everyone, or you've been supporting this particular person, or you have been the giver in the situation, right? There has been a glow up with the Nine of Pentacles where you've learned about your self-worth, what you deserve, and you've come to realize that something that, again, you were giving to was off balance. It was one-sided. I feel like you're putting an end to that with the Death card, or you're allowing for that ending to happen because it's been leaning in that direction for a while. The challenge is, with the Three of Swords, there's going to be some sort of a sacrifice made or separation. Or this is just, where not everyone's going to be happy with your decisions, but at the end of the day, it's about you, okay? And you deserve to be happy. I feel like you're walking away from something or someone with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles because, again, it was unfair. It was not an equal give and take. We'll clarify, but I feel like you're freeing yourself from a burden. You feel bad about it a little bit. You feel guilty about it a little bit because you're an amazing person. But you also recognize that it's time for you to put yourself first for a change, or for the first time ever. And it is a brand new way of being, a new life, a new way of life. But it's something that is meant to happen for you, okay? For the better. Let's get more clarity here for Virgo for the week ahead. So with the Nine of Pentacles in the situation, we have the Hierophant. With the Three of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. And with the Death card, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We'll pull one more. The Six of Wands. Yeah, okay. Okay, listen. Under the Six of Pentacles, we have the Hermit, your energy. You have been the giver, 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 and not really the receiver in a situation. And listen, this could be going on with work, within your family dynamic, within relationships, all of the above, right? You have an opportunity that's just for you. Not everyone gets to come. It's not for the whole family. It's not for the whole team. It's just for you. For commitment. Now, whether that means you've met someone new, a new job opportunity, something along those lines, right? It's a big commitment, okay? And it's just for you because it's what you deserve. It matches your worth. It matches your value, okay? So that's the situation. The challenge. You feel guilty about accepting this opportunity and just jumping into it wholeheartedly. You feel a little guilty that you're going to have to say no to people, that you're going to have to put yourself first, your happiness first. There's also an element here of, I don't know if you have recently broken up with someone and you're still supporting them in some way, or if there are children involved and you're supporting them, or something along those lines, because there's three parties here and it's time to make some cuts. Right? Now, I'm not saying you're going to stop supporting your children, but maybe you're going to stop supporting your ex as much. Do you know what I mean? This is a shift in priorities because you have this opportunity that is just for you, that is long-lasting. It's what you deserve. It's worth your time, your energy, your investment. And it's time for you to pull back some of your investments, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and start assessing them from a different perspective with the Death card. Okay? Yes, Harvey. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here for you, Virgo. You have an amazing opportunity. You either feel guilty accepting it because it means you have to leave some people behind, or you feel a little guilty accepting it because it whatever it is, it changes the status quo. There has been something that it's been the status quo. Don't rock the boat, right? Don't go too far. That kind of energy. But it was one-sided. It was all on you, and it was a massive responsibility and a massive burden. Here's Harvey. Yes, Mommy. Don't knock my camera, please. Yes. Don't put your tail in the candle. Okay. Lord. Oh, God. I don't know what is up with them today. These are very cute. Can we be cute later, please? Or not on Mommy's table? No? Okay. Hold on. Sit on Mommy's lap. You're not going to sit on Mommy's lap. Okay. So, yeah, and that is an old way of life with the Death card, where you look after everyone or everything by yourself with the Hermit. It's an old way of life. It's unfair, unbalanced, and it just needs to end because you have this amazing opportunity for long-term stable, long-term commitment, long-term prosperity, but it's just for you. It will take you out of this dynamic, okay? And that's okay. That's what needs to happen. So Virgo, whatever that is for you, the guidance is give yourself that opportunity to be happy. You deserve this. You're always looking after everyone. You're always doing everything for everyone. You're always putting everyone else above yourself. And it's time for a more balanced energy in your life, where it's mutual. There's give and take. It's fair, okay? And it's what you deserve, and you shouldn't feel guilty about that. So let's see. Oracle energy and advice for Virgo in the week ahead. And you can use these crystals, work with them, or just take the messages they have for them. What do we have for Virgo? Fluorite, natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. Yeah, this is like, it's time for you to be yourself. It's time for you to be honest with yourself. What do you want? What makes you happy? What do you deserve? And be honest with yourself, because you usually sell yourself short. Okay? This is a blessing for you that matches exactly who you are. So the amazing person that you are, this opportunity coming in is equally as amazing. Okay? And Sapphire, easy does it. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. So a gentle approach. Take your time with it with the Seven of Pentacles. But it's a case of get going, right? Start walking. Embrace this. It's the beginning stages. And you'll figure it out as you go. And you'll feel better about it as you go. But it's important to embrace, to start making these changes. Small changes, but it will get the ball rolling, and it will lead to the complete transformation that is meant to happen for you when it comes to this situation, right? So Virgo, that's pretty awesome. You're gonna have to tell me what this is for you. I've got a Virgo moon. I kind of can tell, but it'll be different for everyone. Like I say, it's general readings. But I hope this helps you if you are dealing with these energies. Okay. You do deserve this. You deserve everything that is beautiful and positive, because it's karma. It's karma. That's why you shouldn't feel guilty about it at all. When you spend all this time, energy, and resources always looking after other people, you create a lot of positive karma, and that comes due at some point. It needs to balance out, and that's where you're receiving. All the beautiful things that you've done for other people are now being done for you. Do you know what I mean? And at this point with the Death card, we just kind of have to let it happen. We have to let this change happen where it's balanced now. It's not just me. There's someone else I share the responsibilities with. You know, someone wants to help. Someone wants to do things for me for a change. It's that kind of dynamic. And the only thing you have to do is embrace it, allow it to happen, and just feel the love, feel the abundance. You know what I mean? So there you go. All right, let's move on to Libra. Hey Libra, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. If you are skipping ahead, please make sure to watch the intro as well. There's important information for you there. Okay, let's see what's going on for Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead. And the situation, we have the Page of Pentacles. In the challenge, we have the Nine of Swords. In the outcome, we have the Tower. Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords. What? Libra, are you holding yourself back from an amazing opportunity? Because we have an offer coming in. It's big and bold and beautiful. Your challenge is you're afraid to go for it. You want to, but you're holding back. For what reason, we shall see. And in the outcome with the Tower and the Ten of Swords, you could be costing yourself an opportunity for some of you, okay? For others, this is an ending that has to happen. You're being offered a new beginning. You're being offered a different direction. But it's like you're afraid to release this ending because it's like it's what you've known. This ending, this pain from this ending, it's what you've known for so long that it's almost like you're afraid to be without it. Does that make sense? You're also, for others of you, afraid to take this opportunity because you know it's going to cause a lot of disruption around you when it comes to other people. Maybe you're not surrounded by the best people, Libra, and maybe that needs to happen because with the Tower there, whatever this is, it needs to come down. Okay, let's clarify here for Libra. So we have the Page of Pentacles, yeah, the Ace of Cups. Really nice offer. With the Nine of Swords, we have the Five of Pentacles. With the Tower, we have the Wheel of Fortune. What I say? It needs to happen. And the Seven of Cups. Under the Ten of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So what this is, for some of you, you have your eyes set on a particular thing, person, outcome. It's not happening. It's just not coming together. It's not happening. You're struggling to release that. You have another offer on the table. It's very different than the one you were set on. But it's big and bold and beautiful and it's genuine. And it's actually better suited for you. Okay, but we don't know this. Because we're so set on this. It has to be this. This is the best thing for me. And whatever you do, it's not coming together. It's just not happening. And you're experiencing this sense of loss, heartache, and heartbreak because this is just not coming together. And it puts you in this state of mind of, why is this happening to me? Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not beautiful enough. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe, do you know what I mean? Ten of Swords energy. Nine of Swords energy. Five of Pentacles energy. But actually, this is the Wheel of Fortune at work. Okay? Giving you the best opportunities to choose from, things that are suited for you, okay, that are meant for you. Whatever this is that you had your eyes set on, it's less than you deserve, or it would take too much work for the outcome you would get from it. So again, kind of less than you deserve. There needs to be a shake-up in your perspective and your approach with the Tower. There needs to be a relinquish of control here, keeping an open mind to the possibilities. And that's when you will see this and you'll feel better about accepting it and just going for it. Your blockage, what is holding you back, is you're in this energy of loss, of disappointment. You've learned to expect this, but it's because you have kept fighting for something that was not meant for you and it wasn't going to come together. But the fact that it's not coming together, you're taking it personally and you're blaming yourself. And that puts you in this lost mindset and feeling like you're not good enough, you don't deserve anything better. This was the best thing that ever happened to you and you missed out. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of an energy. So you're either not going to see this at all with the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords, because you're too much in your head when it comes to this that is not coming together. Or you'll see it, but you'll be terrified to trust it, to give it a chance, to go for it. So Libra, if you're watching this, a shakeup has to happen. A shift in focus has to happen. It's what's meant for you to get you what you truly deserve. Okay? So it's very important to keep an open mind regarding the reason behind things coming together or not coming together. And to keep an open mind in terms of, okay, what else is out there for me then? What else could I do? If this is not going to happen, what else would I do? What else could I do? What else is available to me? That's when that shift in perspective changes and you can see this blessing. Does that make sense? So I hope you see this reading when you're meant to, so that you can be put in the right mindset to really embrace this opportunity, because it's the true love, but you've been stuck on the wrong person. Or it's the dream job, but you've been stuck trying to manifest this other particular one that's just never going to work for you. It's less than you deserve. It's not going to take you anywhere good, right? It's you reaching your health and well-being goals for yourself, but it's through different means, not this one that you've just pushing yourself. You've been pushing yourself to exercise 24/7 and you're still not getting the results. And the bottom line there is, well, maybe it's not just about that. Maybe you can try a different type of exercise. Maybe it's more about emotional healing, because maybe if you're dealing with, for example, extra weight or whatnot, there's an emotional reason there. There's an emotional component. It's not just the physical. And by coming at it from a different approach, like a holistic approach, you get to your best self and what you've been trying to manifest. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's see. Oracle energy and advice for Libra. Ooh, in the week ahead. So you have 1 and you have 2. Okay. And you can work with these crystals this week, or you can take the messages they have for you. So we have emerald, ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages, absolutely, such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. And rose quartz, new love. Look at it. Love life, new or renewed romantic love is here for you. So for some of you, this is your dream love. This is the true love you've been trying to manifest, but you've been stuck on the wrong person. Or yeah, you know what I mean? You need to release that. You need to relinquish that. This could be a situation of on again, off again, because you're like, no, I feel like they're my person, and no matter what happens, you keep going back to it because it's like it has to work because they're my person, so I must be doing something wrong, right? It's that kind of mentality. And the bottom line here is, no, they're not your person, and that's just what it is. This other opportunity that is on the table for you here, you may have already met them, or you will very, very shortly. It just flows with them. That's how you'll know. It just flows. There's no challenge. There's no fighting for it. It just comes together. You know, nothing's perfect and everything takes effort and investment, but it doesn't have to be constant work and constant fighting for it. Okay? And that's how you'll know you're on the right track. And yeah, this could be new love. This could be new money opportunities. This could be a new you. I get that as well. And you're on the precipice of a new way of being, a new romantic beginning, a new beginning with your finances, a new beginning with your health, a new beginning with yourself. It's what you've been trying to manifest. The universe is giving it to you. The universe is giving you that blessing. But what they're doing is they're giving you what you deserve, not what you think you deserve, because you're holding yourself back, actually. Right? They're giving you what you fully deserve. And it's big and it's bold and it may feel like this is too good to be true. But that's where, you know, taking a chance comes in. Just going for it, keeping an open mind, seeing what happens. And you'll receive confirmation very quickly. Because like I say, it's something that will come together. It will flow. It will just come natural. Okay? So, I hope that helps you, Libra. I'm going to leave that with you. Good luck. And let me know how it goes. Okay? Alright. Let's move on to Scorpio. Hold on, Scorpio, I'm doing your timestamp. Hi, Scorpio. Thank you for joining us. If you're skipping ahead, please be sure to watch the intro as well, because there's information for you there. So let's see what's going on for Scorpio in the week ahead. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the week ahead. Alright, in the situation, we have the Eight of Swords. In the challenge, we have Death. In the outcome, we have the Seven of Swords. Scorpio, you're running away from something that needs to happen. Bottom of the deck, the Four of Cups. Yeah. This may involve an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to. But Scorpio, you have been stuck on something, someone, a way of being, a way of doing things, and you've not been happy. But it's a case of, no, it has to be this. I don't know if you're telling yourself that or someone else is telling you that and you're believing them. It has to be this. I'm not going to move on from this. I can't move on from this. I can't let this go. Maybe this is what it is, right? Maybe I'm not supposed to be happy all the time. Maybe I'm not supposed to get what I think I should get. Maybe I'm just being unrealistic. Okay? But actually, the reason why things are not coming together, or they're not right, or whatever the case may be, is because whatever the situation is for you, it needs to end. It's meant to end with the Death card. And it's been going on for a while, and you've been getting signs, and you've been getting messages. It's time to let this go. It's time to release this. To stop fighting for it, to stop waiting for it. It's keeping you stuck. Mentally, emotionally, financially, energetically. In the outcome, though, we have the Seven of Swords. This is self-sabotage, Scorpio, I have to be honest. You're still not doing it. You're still not doing it. You may tell yourself rationally, okay, I've let this go, I've moved on, I'm releasing this, but emotionally, you're still there. Emotionally, you're still in this unhappy, stuck place. Which is why it's not really changing. The universe sees everything. It's not just about what we tell ourselves or what we tell other people. It's also how we feel, right? And usually what we feel is what is being manifested, what manifests for us a lot faster than what we tell ourselves, right? So let's get more clarity here. What is this about for Scorpio? Eight of Swords, we have the Chariot. Yeah, movement is blocked all around. With the Death card, we have the Star. You're blocking yourself from your wish fulfillment because you're telling yourself that this situation that you're in, or you're waiting for, or fighting for, or struggling for, is the situation for you, or it is what it is. I should just deal with it. With the Seven of Swords, in the outcome, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. There's a fear here. There's a Five of Cups under the Four of Cups. And I've shuffled this deck, and this combination came out for Cancer. You might be dealing with Cancer, or you have Cancer in your chart, and this is your double message confirmation. You've experienced a lot of loss, heartache, disappointment over and over again, to the point where you've accepted that this is just what you deserve. This is just what you get, which is false. But we've all been there. I'm not judging or preaching. It's just false, right? What you envision for yourself, you see how you have all these majors here underlying everything? So subconsciously, what you're envisioning for yourself with the Star card is what you deserve. You're not being unrealistic. You're not being idealistic. You're not being dumb for hoping this or wishing for this or envisioning yourself in these situations, right? But in order to achieve this, in order to get here, you have to allow this ending to happen of this, whatever this is that is self-sabotage. That comes from a place of you've been taught not to expect more. You've been taught to just deal with what you're given and not to question it. That has created a lot of blockages in your life. At this time, things are lining up for you in a way where something is trying to come to an end. And it will be internal, but also external. So a way of thinking, a way of being about yourself, right? A way of thinking and feeling about yourself, your self-confidence, how you feel about your self-worth, how you feel about what you think you deserve. That is trying to change to match what is actually the truth, okay? And it will also translate externally to you in terms of, it could be what's on the table, or what you're looking at is the end of a job. Things are not coming together anymore. Things are not making you happy anymore. There's other opportunities popping up here and there. So things are lining up in a way where you can make the transition from this old way of being into this new one that takes you to independence, self-sufficiency, security, long-term stability within yourself and within your environment. Financially, emotionally, you name it. So, for some of you, this could translate into you starting your own business. Things are not coming together. They're not making you happy at work. They're mistreating you. They're not paying you right. And you're finding yourself coming to that breaking point. You've been close to that breaking point before, but you've gone back into the self-sabotage behavior of snap out of it, Scorpio. You're just being unrealistic. You should just be happy with what you have and just carry on, right? And you've talked yourself out of this ending several times. But what's going to be different this time is you're going to have opportunities that you think you should have. You're going to have them pop up. And that will make you look at them like, oh, maybe I shouldn't just deal with what I'm given. That is available to me. I'm looking at it. It is available to me. So it will be a little bit easier to allow for this transition to happen. You still have to conquer your own fears and your own demons and put the self-sabotage behavior and talk aside, right? And just remind yourself you do deserve this. You have worked very hard to be here. You deserve the best. You deserve to be loved. You deserve this kind of partner. You deserve this kind of job. You deserve this kind of money. You deserve this independence. Okay, and it's time to cut ties with whoever this is that's in your head, creating these self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors, or get a hold of yourself, right? And say, no, this isn't, what I'm thinking here is false. I do deserve the best. I do deserve to be happy. So I'm going to stop overanalyzing, and I'm going to stop criticizing something, and I'm going to stop looking for confirmation after confirmation after confirmation to the point where I'm just killing an opportunity for myself. I'm going to give myself the opportunity to follow my dream for a change, as you should. Okay, Scorpio? So whatever is trying to end, Moldavite, it just jumped out of the deck, but it was off camera. One more. Whatever's trying to end, it's been trying to end for a while. This will not be a surprise to you. Just go with it, right? Just go with it. You're going to have all the right kinds of opportunities popping up. So, as almost to say, no, Scorpio, this isn't just in your head. Look, this is the opportunity that you think you deserve, and it's here for you. You're not crazy. You're not making it up. You're not unrealistic. Okay? Moldavite, unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. It's okay for you to be who you are, the star. So this is where, you know what, I'm not going to pretend I'm someone I'm not, just to impress someone or just to have someone love me. I'm going to be who I am. I love myself. I think I'm awesome. And if someone sees that, great. We'll have something together and it'll be awesome. And if they don't see that, I'm not going to try to impress them, and I'm not going to try to be someone I'm not for them. Same thing with work. You know what? I know my worth. I'm not going to give someone the benefit of the doubt and wait for them for forever to value me and to appreciate me. I value myself and I appreciate myself, and I'm going to give myself the opportunity to find something that matches who I am. And you will. Trust me, you will. you may have already found that. It's just a case of just saying yes or just applying for it and it will go through. That kind of an energy, right? With Moonstone, heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. Absolutely. The Star card, your intuition is talking to you. You've been blocking your intuition because it got you into trouble before. But this tells you that you've healed a lot of things when it comes to emotional trauma. You've healed a lot of them. So you've conquered a lot of fears, whether you're aware of it or not. So now when you open up to your intuition, you can tell it apart from your fears. Does that make sense? And it's a case of just following it through. Okay? So Scorpio, I hope this makes sense. I'll leave it with you. It's pretty awesome reading. Pretty awesome reading. So I hope it makes sense. I hope it helps you. And I hope you make that change. Switch over to your dream life, right? Okay. Moving on to Sagittarius. Hey Sagittarius, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. And if you are skipping ahead, always watch the intro as well because there's valuable information for you there. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on for Sagittarius in the week ahead? Okay. In the situation, we have the Chariot. In the challenge, we have the King of Pentacles. In the outcome, we have the Emperor. I mean, okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Some very big decisions made at this time, Sagittarius. Very big decisions and very big commitments. And for some of you, this will be about starting your business, focusing solely on your business as a source of income. It's a big choice. It's a big risk, but you're ready. This could be choosing to go all in with something or someone. Whatever decisions you're making at this time, Sagittarius, they will be life-changing in a good way. In a good way. Provided you're following your inspiration, your intuition, your wisdom. And you trust yourself. Okay? And it could be things to do with love life, absolutely. But it doesn't have to be. The Lovers just talks about some very big choices and very big commitments here. You have mostly majors so far, so it can be anything. It will mean different things for different people. With the Chariot, we have Cancer energy. You might have Cancer in your chart. We have Gemini here. We have Aries here. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But this can be to do with travel, relocation, or it can be to do with just following your heart, following your inspiration, no matter where it takes you. The challenge with the King of Pentacles. For some of you, there might be a bit of a juggling act. I want to follow my heart with the Chariot, but I also have other responsibilities to look out after, to be mindful of. So it's a case of, let me find the middle ground. Let me find a way to do both. And you can. You can absolutely do that. You have the resources, you have the wisdom, the knowledge. And this is you coming into your power. This is, I also feel like this is meeting the one, and that's why you're making all these changes. So you're meeting the one, the one you're going to be with for the rest of your life, the one you're going to marry, the one you're settled down with. And that prompts you to make all these other changes, to make room for them in your life. And to come up with a plan, long term, where you can be completely happy here, and you can also look after your other responsibilities, wherever they may be. For those of you, like I say, it's about a focus on your business, and you're making some very, I feel like you're either starting a very significant partnership, business partnership at this time, or this is about someone wanting to invest in you. Someone could be wanting to buy your business. Big commitments, either way. Let's get more information here for Sagittarius. So with the Chariot, we have the Nine of Wands. With the King of Pentacles, we have the Fool. And with the Emperor, we have the Four of Pentacles, stability, prosperity, Page of Swords. Under the Lovers, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Proposal energy here, Sagittarius. And again, that could be a romantic proposal, but it could also be business proposal. So I'm reading the energies and you take them as they make sense to you and your dynamic, right? But yeah, I'm seeing proposal energy. I feel like you have found what you were looking for, whether it's a person, a type of partner, a passion, a business, a job, a career, a way of being, I don't know. You have found something that you have been looking for forever, and that you're now ready to just go all in when it comes to this thing, person, situation. You're not backing down. You're not taking no for an answer. You're figuring everything out, right? Where you can take care of everything. And you're just driven when it comes to this inspiration. You're just driven. So with the challenge here, King of Pentacles and the Fool, I feel like it's not much in terms of you taking a risk. You're certain this is what you want to do. It is a new way of life. You may have to travel for this, relocate altogether, or it's a matter of changing the current routines, dynamics, habits. Okay, making room for this thing, person, situation in your life obviously will impact how things have been so far. But again, I'm not seeing this as much of a challenge for you, because for you it's like, I got this, I can do this, I'll figure out the best way where I can be happy following this for myself, but also continue to look after whatever responsibilities I choose to take on. And if I want to get rid of some burdens and some responsibilities in order to fully invest in this, that's my prerogative to do. You're making some very executive decisions, right, with the Emperor there as well. But yeah, I feel like you have found something that you have been looking for, waiting for. And it could be, again, contract, paperwork being signed, or this is just a lot of clear thinking. You are going to protect this dearly and make any decisions you need to make, take any actions you need to take to make this happen for yourself. And good for you, Sagittarius. I love this. This is awesome. This is focus. This is determination. This is, I know what I want. I'm looking at it. I'm going to protect it. I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to give myself an opportunity to follow this. There's no fear. There's no hesitation. It's pretty awesome. Ooh, that's too many. Okay. Ooh, fluff. Okay. Oracle energy and advice for Sagittarius in the week ahead. And you can work with these crystals or just take the messages they have for you. For Sagittarius in the week ahead. Oracle energy and advice. We have one. Oracle energy and advice. We have two for Sagittarius. So we have Unikite, answered prayers. What I say, all your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. Seriously, you're meeting the one, or this is like your dream job, your dream opportunity, your dream situation, your dream place to live, your answered prayers. You know what your prayers are? It's the answer to your prayers. That's literally what you're dealing with right now. And it's just a case of rearranging some stuff around your life to make room for this, right? And Opal, let yourself sparkle and shine. You're guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. Absolutely. Go big or go home. This is the full energy. Shine, go for it, embrace it, celebrate it, give it your best. You could be telling everyone about this. You could be making something public. You could be publishing something, putting it out there for everyone to know, everyone to see. This is what I'm doing. I'm proud. I mean, it's awesome. I'm so happy for you, Sagittarius. I'm so happy for you. Okay, so you're going to have to tell me what this is. And with all this major arcana energy, for some of you, you're going to see this energy this week. For others, you're going to see the energies playing out over the next few weeks. But it's happening, and well done. Your work is paying off. You saw that. your work, your sacrifices. So I'm very happy for you. Okay, moving on to, where are we? Capricorn. Hey, Capricorn. How you doing? Oh, okay then. Ace of Wands. New passion, new beginnings, new job, new love. What's going on for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead? What's going on for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the week ahead? Jesus. Death card, absolutely. The end of old ways and brand new beginnings. The end of a toxic cycle or a toxic situation as well, because I saw the devil there. And a passionate brand new beginning. You're freeing yourself from that and going full speed ahead in a new direction. Capricorn, Sun, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead. Okay, I feel like I need to take a breath. So things are going to be happening very quickly. Here we go. Situation for Capricorn. The world. I mean, yeah. The challenge, the High Priestess. The outcome, the Eight of Wands. Yep. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is a wish come true for you, Capricorn, whatever's going on. It's definitely the end of a cycle in your life, and it's a brand new cycle. It's an elevation. So not just doing something different, but doing something you've never done before, but it's bigger and better and greater than ever before. This can be on a day-to-day. This is just getting that job or getting that promotion. Starting a new way of making money. So maybe starting your own business. There's definitely a level of success, popularity, fame. Standing out, you doing your own thing. There's also a lot of attention that you're receiving as a result of this. Your challenge with the High Priestess is to... I feel like for some of you, this is to keep it humble, because there's a lot of positivity headed your way, Capricorn, let me tell you. So this is like, don't let it go to your head. Don't let the fame go to your head, if that's what that is. Keep it humble. Stay grounded. Stay balanced. Definitely listen to your intuition. Be your own counsel, I hear. Take your own advice. There's also an element of be discerning. I feel like there may be a slight pause or a slight delay. So you get the communication, you get the confirmation that something's happening, or you get the feeling that, oh my God, yeah, I'm going to do this, this is happening. But then there might be a need to wait 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks. There's something more that needs to happen, or there's something else that needs to happen, or there's new information that you need to receive. There's more to be revealed. Or it's, again, the case of you get the confirmation that you got the job, but then obviously you're not going to start the next day. There's a bit of a delay from when you get the confirmation to where you can start. It could just be that, right? It's that kind of an energy. And in the outcome, we have the Eight of Wands. Don't worry, things are going to pick up speed very, very quickly once you make your choice. I also feel like there's different choices for you on the table on what you want to do, how you want to do things. Listen to your intuition in terms of what is the best choice for you. What's going to take you further than before, or farther than before. And then in the outcome, as soon as you make your decision, it's like full speed ahead, and things are going to pick up speed. Okay, and happen very quickly. Like I said, I feel like I need to catch my breath, because everything's just going to happen so quickly. I feel like you're going to go from one week to the other. When the dust settles, you look back and you think, I can't believe that was just a week ago. But it's all good. This could be travel for some of you. This could be relocation for some of you. I mean, it's awesome. This is taking something to the next level. And it's like you're planning, and then there's a bit of a wait time for whatever reason, and then you can go ahead with it. Let's see. Let's get more clarity here for Capricorn. With the World, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, here's that planning. With the High Priestess, here's that Ace of Wands again. I hear wait for it. Wait for it. And then with the Eight of Wands, we have the Page of Swords. Oh yeah, and the Ace of Pentacles. And then you can do it, right? Under the Nine of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there's a transition phase here. Something, you need to walk away from something. World card energy, you need to walk away from something to walk into this. And that's the delay, and that's the pause, and that's the wait time. You need to time things right. or the right way, to make something official, to make something public, to tell people about this commitment, okay? Tell people about this job, whatever this is. Because you're all excited, you're all fired up. This is happening. Let's go. But yeah, like I say, there's loose ends to be tied. Because when you start this new cycle, the old cycle needs to be done, right? Done. No more loose ends, no more unfinished business, no more things that are unsaid or not quite done properly, or, you know what I mean? So you get this amazing confirmation, whether it's actual messages, actual confirmation, or this feeling that you're getting, or you're clear on what you're doing and you have that sense of security and confirmation. That's awesome and it's wonderful. This is telling you, okay, pause, take a look behind you, assess. Have you done everything you needed to do? Have you tied off all loose ends? Have you closed everything down that you needed to close down in order to fully delve into this new beginning? And that's just a moment of, listen, it could be a moment of pause where you just do a quick reflection, right? It doesn't have to be days or weeks. Once you do that, I feel like, yeah, go for it. Full speed ahead. Make the commitment, propose, tell people you got the job, make it public, right? Go for it. Put in the offer, put in the bid, apply for this. Make the purchase, okay? It's pretty awesome, Capricorn, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna have to tell me what this is because it looks amazing. So let's see, Oracle energy and advice for Capricorn in the week ahead. And you could work with these crystals or the messages they have for you. So what do we have? We have Angelite, spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. Yeah, see, I feel like there's a definitely relocation happening for some of you, or changing jobs, or changing the people you're working with or you're around, or a new community because you're moving. Or you're stepping into a new group of people, a new cycle, a new group of people or a new community through you meeting someone else. And it's like-minded people. It's an elevation. I feel like this person or these people or this environment will get the best out of you, will bring the best out of you, and vice versa. And it's divinely guided with Angelite and Aquamarine. And I smile because I know this is divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Absolutely. But you're getting an offer, an opportunity, confirmation. Okay? And it's just saying trust the signs. Okay? Trust the signs. Trust your confirmation. Trust your intuition. Telling you which way to go, telling you that this is okay, telling you that this is divinely guided, this is meant for you, telling you when the right time is to have a conversation, or when the right time is to make something public, or when the right time is to make a commitment, right? But you don't have to tell me what it says because it's amazing. Like I say, I'm very happy for you, and I'm looking forward to your thoughts. I'm looking forward to your feedback, okay? So I'll leave that with you. Right, and we will move on to Aquarius. Hey Aquarius, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. And if you're skipping ahead, please make sure to watch the intro. There's always information for you there to be aware of. So what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the week ahead. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the week ahead. Okay, so in the situation, we have the Nine of Pentacles. In the challenge, we have the Eight of Cups. In the outcome, we have the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Justice. So, Aquarius, I feel like you are walking away. There's a severing of ties that is happening here. It's what's meant to happen. It's what's best for you and everyone involved. This is also walking away because you're now independent. You don't need someone else. You don't need a partner. You don't need an investor. You don't need a loan anymore. You don't need to work with this person. You don't need these people to help you, okay, whatever the situation is. Because this is a very much, you know, single and happy card, or a self-made man or woman, or just independent energy. I've got everything I need within myself. And I feel like as a result of that, you're walking away from something. And it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a job, it could be a different kind of contract there. Because you've outgrown it. That's what the Eight of Cups is, right? Because you've outgrown it. It doesn't work for you anymore. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't elevate you in any way. It doesn't bring you joy or wisdom or just anything, really, right? It's served its purpose, and it's time to move on. It served its purpose in elevating you and getting you here, so now it's time to move on. That's just what it is, okay? In the outcome, we have the King of Cups. So this could be you, your energy, especially if you have water in your chart. Or it could be someone you're headed towards, okay? But again, it's an energy of, it's king energy, right? It's ultimate goal. It's elevation. It's being stable within yourself. It's everything, having everything you need within yourself, right? This is a business man or woman, because there are general readings. This could be headed towards someone that matches your level, right? In whatever capacity. Let's get more information here for Aquarius. Nine of Pentacles. We have the Devil. With the Eight of Cups. Who are you? What are you? Okay, we have the Chariot. Cancer energy. I was like, why'd you flip? Why didn't you want to be seen? King of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups. Aquarius, Nine of Wands under the Justice. This is what's going on, Aquarius. You've outgrown a situation, person, dynamic, group. Matter of fact, it's become toxic. It was always toxic to begin with. Let's be honest. And that could just be severely one-sided or unfair, or to the point where you were being taken advantage of and you were not aware. But it's something you've been tied up in for quite some time. And like I say, it's just not been right. It's just not been fair. You have leveled up, because even though you've been looking after this person, doing everything for this person, doing everything for this group of people, providing wherever, you've also been leveling up in the process, learning lessons, gaining strength, gaining wisdom. So by being involved in that unbalanced, slightly unhealthy situation or dynamic or relationship, you've learned a lot, you've grown a lot, now you're walking away. You may be having the conversation, because you have the Eight of Cups with Chariot, we have Cancer energy again. You may be walking away, so you're either just having that conversation now, this week that we're looking at, or the conversation has happened, you've already walked away, detached from this, maybe even moved out or moved away from this. And this is someone trying to get you to come back, talking to you about reconciliation, or they're trying to come back into your life saying, let's at least just be friends, and they're then going to try to kind of weasel their way back in. Someone trying to play on your emotions, you know, if it's a family member, if it's a sibling, if it's a parent, I don't know. If it's a boss that you're leaving behind, they're now trying to play friends, play on your emotions and talk about loyalty and talk about how long you've known each other and all that kind of stuff, because they're trying to weasel their way back in. I feel like with the Nine of Wands there, you're very savvy. You see what they're doing. You're blocking this person or these people. You're putting up very strong boundaries with them. And you're continuing to focus on yourself, and you're continuing to walk your own path. Okay, so that's what this is. That's what we're looking at, Aquarius, and good for you. Because you deserve to be happy, and this is what's fair, okay? And really fair. Not what they've been telling you is fair, but actually benefited them a lot more than it benefited you. Whatever the dynamic was. Do you know what I mean? So, let's see. Oracle energy and advice for Aquarius in the week ahead. Oracle energy and advice for Aquarius in the week ahead. And you can work with these crystals or the messages they have for you. And if you have any sort of doubt, because there's a seductive energy here with the Devil and the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups. Like, they know what to say to get back in your good graces or to spark your emotions or whatnot. So if there's any doubt, this is your advice to say, they have an agenda, they're not genuine, you already know, so just trust that knowing and put up those boundaries and keep them up, right? And ask yourself, what is fair here for everyone, not just this person or this group of people, but for me as well, right? And you'll have your answer. We have watermelon tourmaline, stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. And that's what you're doing. And tourmaline is a very protective energy. It's about boundaries, absolutely. So this is protecting your peace of mind, protecting this independence, this sense of self-sufficiency that you've discovered, that you took you a long time and a long way to get there, right? And this is you putting up boundaries, saying, no, I deserve to receive for a change. I am receiving, so I will allow that. I'm not going to go back into old ways. I'm not going to go back to drama. I'm not going to go back to people manipulating me or taking advantage. And as you're right, deep emotional healing. Absolutely. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, Devil card energy, and everything it did to you. And you are willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. By putting up those boundaries, you're protecting your mind, your health, your well-being, your heart, your finances, your happiness. And it's part of the healing process. What did I say? You've been through a lot by being in this unfair dynamic. You've been through a lot, but it taught you a lot too, right? Everything taught you something. So now you're wiser and you're stronger, and as a result, you've healed a lot of things. You've healed a lot of insecurities that this person or this group of people exploited. You've healed any sort of codependent tendencies that, again, they exploited. And so now you're making different choices. You're protecting your happiness, you're protecting your health and your well-being, you're protecting your peace. And you're headed towards a really beautiful direction. The Emperor, yeah, they said look under the Nine of Wands. You're headed towards the Emperor energy. Like, this is where you are secure, confident, self-sufficient. You call the shots in your own life. The successful business owner, the successful career person, the successful relationship that is long-term and stable and balanced and healthy. That's where you're headed, Aquarius. And this is like a bit of a test. This person or this group of people trying to sweet talk their way back in. I feel like you just see it a mile away. And you're just going to reestablish, redefine, reinforce your boundaries and protect your peace. And good for you, okay? Tell me what this is for you, but it looks amazing. I'm very happy for you. Because, I mean, we've all been there and we know what it takes to get to that point of realizing your self-worth and then making the decisions and establishing the boundaries and feeling confident and secure with yourself in establishing those boundaries, that you're not wrong and you're not exaggerating and that's what's fair. We know what it takes to get there. So I'm glad you got there, and only good things are going to follow now, okay? Because you're calling the shots. All right, and last but not least, Pisces. Hey Pisces, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. And if you're skipping ahead, which I assume you are, always watch the intro as well, because there's valuable information for you there. Pisces Sun. So I know you're always waiting because we're the last sign of the zodiac. But that's, I mean, with me posting this video for all the signs, it gives you an opportunity to just skip ahead. You don't have to sit there waiting for all the signs to be done, which I appreciate myself when I follow my readers that I follow on YouTube. Okay, so Four of Cups. Let's see what that's about. Okay, Pisces. What's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in the week ahead? What do they need to know for the highest good? What's coming up? Okay, in the situation, we have the Knight of Swords. In the challenge, we have the Page of Pentacles. In the outcome, we have the Ace of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Justice. Libra energy, talking about contracts, commitments, things that are fair, things being put right. What I see, if for some it feels like someone trying to make amends, because there's an offer coming up, someone trying to make amends. So it could be an apology, but it's more of an act of service or a gift or an offer of a commitment of some sort. Interesting, they're pointing my attention to that very small pentacle in their other hand. So I feel like someone's selling more than they can give. And for the view, this is someone who breadcrumbed you before. They could have offered you this, they chose not to, and they chose to give you this. Which is why you left, because it was unfair and imbalanced. The Knight of Swords, this is like someone coming in out of the blue, but they're coming in hot. They don't expect to get a no for an answer. Which is, again, I feel like something that's gonna... I'm getting the Ace of Wands as a bit of anger. Or at least peed off, right? Someone gets you fired up. Like, what the hell, man? Really? Seriously? Honestly, really? Is that what you want to do? That's one scenario I'm seeing. For others of you, this is a new opportunity, a new job opportunity, a new contract coming in out of the blue. You didn't expect this. You weren't looking for this. It's worth entertaining. If you've already made a different choice, right? It's worth entertaining. And this could be changing course with the Ace of Wands, choosing a different offer, backing out of something else and choosing a different offer that's coming in out of the blue. I'm also seeing this as something moving very quickly. So it's not necessarily bad, and it's not necessarily blast from the past and whatever. It's something you're already in, you're meant to be in. It's moving very quickly. You're about to see some sort of an offer, proposal of sorts. I don't know if it's about a raise or a promotion. You haven't been there that long and they're talking to you about promotions and that kind of stuff. Or it's a relationship that hasn't been around that long, but it's moving very quickly. There could be, hey, let's move in together. Let's talks of marriage. I don't know. But there's an element of a new, exciting beginning here. Let's get more clarity here for Pisces. With the Knight of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles. With the Page of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, we have the Seven of Cups. I'm going to pull one more. And the High Priestess. Under Justice, we have the Devil and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is the scenario of blast from the past, dealing with the breadcrumber. And that could be romantic, but it could also be with work or anything else, you know, where someone's just not treating you the way they should. They know how they should treat you and they're choosing not to, right? And there was a very painful ending there to this toxic cycle, because you've learned a lot of lessons and you've come to the conclusion that, you know what, this isn't right, this isn't fair, I deserve better, and you walked away. This is someone coming in, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, to try to make amends, to try to win you back, to talk to you about how they're going to treat you right. What they don't know is that you have elevated in the process. So what they think, they're coming in and telling you, I'm going to give you everything you deserve. They're basing that on who you were when you left. You're not that person anymore. You've elevated even more. So what they're offering you now, convinced that it's what you deserve, is actually definitely less than. And you're going to look at that, weigh that up, and be like, thank you, but actually I don't want that anymore. No, thank you. It's covered. I don't need that anymore. I don't want that anymore. Because that's what this is. You're looking at it, you're entertaining it, and you're like, you know what? No. Doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't spark anything. It may get me a little riled up if you insist that that's what I deserve, because you're not listening when I'm telling you no, it's not. Okay? Because there's history here. Ten of Wands, Page of Pentacles. There's definitely history here. And someone hasn't been able to release you, and someone hasn't been able to move on, and they're coming back like a bat out of hell, talking to you about, okay, finally I can treat you right now. I finally can give you what you deserve. And you're like, you know, thanks, that's great. But I've changed. That doesn't do anything for me. I don't think we're right for each other anymore. If I did once, I really don't think so anymore, right? Or you're already on a new path, like I say, and you're telling them that. You're like, no, thank you. Either you're not going to respond at all with the High Priestess, or you're going to say, this isn't an option for me. I've already started something else in my life, and I'm happy. I'm excited. It's beautiful. It's fair. It's what I deserve. You have nothing to offer me. And this could be a person, like I say, an ex, but it could also be something to do with work, where they were mistreating you, overworking and underpaying you. They may even have told you, oh, we may have to let you go at some point, or we're looking at you to make you redundant, because there was a very bad betrayal there, okay, that you definitely did not deserve. And here they are, once you've kind of said, you know what, okay, fine, and you've started looking for other things, you've found something else, you're happy, it's what you deserve, it's what was meant to happen, by the way. And now they're coming back thinking, oh no, Pisces, look, we have this offer for you, look, all this money, we want to give you this extra money. And you're sitting there looking at, you know, you think you're offering me this awesome salary, but actually in my new place, it's even so much more than that. You think you're offering me this big thing, but actually it's just a tiny pentacle, right? Compared to where I am now. And that's just the bottom line. But with the Justice card there, it's nice to get that apology, or it's nice to, you don't need it, but it's nice, you know, it's nice to look at the situation and be like, you know what, I knew my worth, I knew my value, I'm glad you finally see it, but it's a little too late, but thank you, that's nice, you know, what you're saying is nice, I appreciate it, but no thank you. Oracle energy and advice for Pisces, and you can work with these crystals, okay, those are your two cards, or you can use the messages they have for you. And gold, I mean, divine intervention, God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. The situation you're in, Pisces, that you found as a result of having to walk away from this very difficult ending and betrayal, this is a godsend for you. This is where you were meant to be from the beginning, okay? But obviously you had to go through this to understand what's fair, what's not, to understand yourself and your self-worth and what you truly deserve, so that you can close off, stop waiting for this situation to work out, for them to see your worth, for them to treat properly, whatever, right? This situation that you're in now, Ace of Wands, Justice, this is a godsend for you. This is what you deserve, okay? And it's abundance, unlimited abundance, and that could be love, that could be money, that could be all of the above, because it's gold, right? And Moonstone, heightened intuition. Be aware, be extra aware of your inner knowingness, as it's trustworthy. Trust your intuition when it tells you you've outgrown this, when it tells you that whatever this is, it's not going to do anything for you. It's less than you deserve, okay? I feel like it's not going to be that big of a question, if I'm honest. There will be a moment of considering it with the Seven of Cups, in terms of, I'll look at it, I'll look at what you're offering, but I'm not biased in any way. I don't, you know, have that, oh, I hope it's what I deserve this time. I don't have that. I'll look at it because you're offering it, or you're talking to me about it. I'll hear you out, okay? But genuinely, with the High Priestess, it does nothing for you. It just doesn't move you. It does nothing for you. Especially, like, on its own, but especially compared to the new dynamic you're in with Gold, Ace of Wands, and Justice. It's like it's night and day, okay? So I feel like you're just going to keep it moving, embrace this new path, see it through, because it will take you to your destiny. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, okay? So Pisces, you're going to have to tell me what this is. I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope it helps. It's amazing. Okay, so I'll leave it with you. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Bye for now.